All right, everybody. I'm Jason Jackson. I'm here with John Tuck of Tuck Farms. And John is a quail grower. John, I want to ask you a couple of questions. I'm a chicken grower. I know the quail industry is growing poultry, but it's a lot different than what I do. So I'd like for you to tell everybody a little bit about the quail industry and give them a little rundown of how it works and what you do here on your farm and what the industry is like.
Yeah, I think the main thing is quail production. It has some similarities to chicken production, but it has a ton of differences too. For us, we're mostly totally integrated, which means, we're in charge of pullets, breeders, incubation, chick placement, animal husbandry, selling the birds to individual customers as opposed to all of them selling at one time. All of our sales are custom to the order. We're hauling those birds. We have drivers, trucks, trailers, sanitation coming home, being biosecure. So there's a lot of elements to it.
Well, certainly. I mean, there's all kinds of things. You got to wear a lot of hats in this business, don't you?
Sure.
So tell me, what do you enjoy the most about your business and your industry?
Well, I've always said I like working for myself and I like farming because it's sometimes you feel tied down to it, but also at the meantime there's some freedom there. So I can kind of build my own schedule as long as I'm getting my job done and staying on top of things. I might work at 9 or 10 o'clock at night and I might work on a Saturday, but I might, if I'm tired, take a nap at lunchtime. So I kind of like that, but ultimately the challenge of taking that small chick, even before that, from incubation and getting it to maturity, getting it sold, and having happy customers that are excited about what we put a lot of work into, that's really important to me. So you have limited inputs, different things that you can put into it, and you have limited time, and then you're ultimately doing something really, really cool at the end of the day. So there's a big challenge aspect that I enjoy.
Very good. So who is your customer? What are you selling these birds for? Are they like our birds I grow broiler birds that are for meat? What are you selling these birds for?
Yeah, so chickens are grown fast to produce protein. Quail, ultimately, they're going to get processed at the end of their life. But for us, we're selling all over the Southeast and even into Texas and a little bit in the Midwest, some places. But we're selling athletes. We're not really making a bird that's supposed to be domesticated. Yep. It's supposed to be as wild as possible and mimic something that we used to have in abundance here in the Southeast that unfortunately we don't have anymore.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so a lot of them's going to the preserves.
Shooting preserves is I would say 99% of our end market.
Okay, but then most of them are still being produced and processed for people to eat them at the end goal.
Sure.
But there's a step in between. That's
cool. Right. Like that's right. Yeah.
All right. Well, John, if there's one last thing that you could tell us, I'd like for you to tell everybody a little bit about how people get into this business.
So we're in a place where there's a lot of poultry barns, and it just so happens that we can take an older poultry barn, dumb that down, take some equipment out of it that we don't need, retrofit those barns, and be able to grow a really strong quail. But I've been in it for a long time, and what I found is it's very niche. So it's hard to get your foot in the door as far as sales go. But once you establish and you've got a good rapport with your customers and they know you're going to treat them right, sell them a great product, it seems like the marketplace has plenty of opportunity for growth. So if you are a bird dog guy and you've got bird dogs and you have some experience and you said, well, let me buy some eggs, or let me get a small incubator and incubate, or let me buy some chicks from a local hatchery that you have, call around and see what's in your area and see what's available to sell. And you never know, you may have an opportunity to do some business that way and even grow that business.
Well, that's awesome. Well, John, thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it. We hope everybody out there had an opportunity to learn a little bit about the quail industry from Tuck Farms and John Tuck. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks.